Hello, Ian. Please remember, BTC is for the whole of humanity, not only for US. Here in France, we don't care who wins US election. In any case, Republican or Democrats, they apply the same stupid doomed policy. Okay. I would say yes, partially. Yeah, I mean, I think both sides, both regardless of who's who, right? Whether it was Trump or Obama, I mean, they all just did quantitative easing. So yes, I mean, they all just did the same stupid policies. Uh, but just to kind of talk about things being stupid for a second, I, things can look stupid on the outside, but if we look at things from a rational perspective, let's assume humans are acting in a rational way. Politicians are doing what they're doing, I would think, not because they're stupid, but because it's what keeps them in power, or what, right? It's kind of the rational self-interest. If you're a politician and you know, okay, if I tell the people that let's not print more money, let's go through a recession, let's take our medicine, have unemployment go to 20%, have purchasing power decline, or rather have everything that you've worked for drop in value, have your entire investment portfolio decline by 30% or even 50%, nobody's going to vote you in power. Or if you're already in power, they're going to vote you out. They'll give you the boot. So this is why I think politicians act like this. They say, okay, you know what? I'm going to think about short term. My re-election campaign is happening in 2 to 3 years, for example. They think I just need to get reelected. So I know if I tell you, let's go through a recession, you're not going to reelect me. So I'll tell you what you want to hear. Right? I'll seduce you. I'll sell you a bill of goods because you obviously don't want your medicine. Right? So I'll tell you Santa exists. I'll tell you we can just keep on printing money without any problems, and you reelect me. And I think that's what happens. Now, going back to your other statement where you say that Bitcoin is for the whole world, basically. Yes, I definitely do agree with you. Bitcoin is for the whole world. And yes, the US is not the only player involved. But I think it's an important player. And that's not something we can't really ignore because the US dollar is the world's reserve currency. So just like Bitcoin is the reserve currency in the crypto world. So you may not believe in Bitcoin, but it doesn't matter. If you're in the crypto space and you're in some other altcoin, right? Let's say you think Cardano is the next Bitcoin and you don't believe in Bitcoin. Doesn't matter. Cardano is trading versus a BTC pair. So what happens to Bitcoin affects you as an investor. So same thing with the US dollar. The US dollar is like Bitcoin in the global markets. Most countries, most currency pairs are pegged to the US dollar. So whatever happens to the US dollar affects everybody around the world, even those who don't care about the US dollar. Now, because of that, the US is also an important player because what happens with the US election determines what could possibly affect the US dollar. So, by default, anybody out there, you have to really care what happens with the US election. So, I mean, that's kind of my take on it. Let me know what you guys think.